Hi, how's it going? I'm Marlene. Thanks for wandering by. I'm super excited to bring to you a video about the evolution of my journaling practice over the last 2 years. This is pretty much strictly my tarot journaling practice. I got this idea when I saw Sarah at Sunset Bow Tarot did this a while ago, and but that was her like evolution of her journaling, like kind of like throughout time, which was super fun to watch, and I'll link that below. I'm a poet and a writer. I have not ever been a consistent journaler. I have had journals, in the past. I kept, diaries as a kid, and I kept dedicated journals for like specific projects. I always had a journal in high school and college where I would write poetry. But those were like sporadic. It wasn't like a daily journal or even every couple days journal. I kept dedicated journals when I was traveling that I would write in every day along my travels and things like that. But I've never been somebody who had like a journaling, what I feel like one would call a journaling practice that's more intentional, except for save those like specific ones for travel or for poetry. So when I started my tarot journey, I also started like right alongside it, a companion, like kind of journaling journey and practice as well. And so today I'm just gonna have some fun and walk you through the different journals that I've been using over the last like 2 years now. And we're gonna start here and we'll end here. So let me put this guy away and just get started. So I did take a sneak peek through some of these to make sure I could, what I could and could not share with you, and what would be like, helpful and neat to show you. So this, and most of my journals, well, I'll tell you where I got them all, but most of them, it's either Barnes and Noble or Target. And then my most recent ones, I'll share with you where I got those. So this is the first journal that I got to go alongside my tarot journey, and this just cracks me up. So yeah, like literally this began May 2nd, 2021. So that's when this started. I went to Barnes and Noble for the first time in ages, and that's because, we had the pandemic and lockdowns and stuff. So I was channeling my 17, 18-year-old self, because that was when, I was thinking actually, I was probably younger. I might have been 15 or 16 when I got my first tarot deck back in high school. I bought tarot cards and this journal. Maybe I'll start journaling again, or maybe I'll use this to start writing poetry again. We'll see. So this journal ended up really being more like a study. It didn't end up turning out to be, oh my goodness, there's Rory writing her name. I started watching tarot videos and I started taking notes. One of the first tarot decks that I got was the Tarot of the Divine when tarot made its way back into my life again. And I was taking notes. I'll never forget, because I was watching Kelly Ann Maddox, and like from the archives of Kelly Ann Maddox's videos, where she was like basically teaching the tarot cards one by one. And so I remember I took notes. I remember her talking about the Fool's Journey. And I remember her talking about how you're going to need to write things down and how you might want to keep track of what you're learning and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to need to do any of that. I was wrong. I definitely started a study. But yeah, so like, I guess I did some readings. This is, other things came into this journal because I started, yeah, here's more tarot cards. I started doing some poetry stuff, masterclass in here. And yeah, I think I just got through all of the majors, notes on the suits, the numbers. Like, this is like my total beginner kind of doing some readings in here, and then more notes. And like, I think, yeah, more notes. And then I started doing like court card studies, but like this was intended to be a journal, but it became more of like a study type thing. Started doing a thing where I was keeping track of the amount, like, of the cards that I was getting. That's what I started doing in this journal. And I kept up this practice for a while. More court card stuff, really, and then it kind of faded out. So this first journal was really ended up being just like a note taking journal where things landed. And then I got this. This cracks me up because I no longer have the Modern Witch Tarot, but I did have it. And I bought this as like you might have seen this. There's probably like all kinds of reviews because this journal has been around. So this is the Modern Witch Tarot Journal by Lisa Sturl. So I bought this because it is, it's guided, right? So this has all kinds of information about the tarot. And what it does is it gives you a place to write down your studies. And that's what I did. And this is information that I got from so many different sources, from books, from podcasts, from YouTube videos, from my own guidebooks, from websites, all different kinds of stuff. So I went through and I did my, this was like my preliminary, very first kind of pass. Well, I guess I had my very first pass here of the majors anyway. And then I kind of dug deeper and did more study. And this is, I mean, like, this was great for me at the beginning. Like, it really helped. But you'll see I kind of petered out. I petered out here at the end in the Pentacles. Because, like, at that point, I just really felt like I was, I think I was just, like, starting to work with the decks. But I stopped making notes there. And then it gives you, like, it's so cool because it gives you, you could do more card meanings, keywords, reflections. Then it gives you, let's see, tarot reading. I used this literally one time and I didn't even really keep, I didn't even write very much, but it gives you like a place to write down, you know, a reading that you've given to someone else. And I guess you could use this for yourself, but I never did. I just never ended up getting in there with that. So then it has a ton of that, a ton of space for readings. My gosh, and I like never used that. That's so funny to me. Then it gives you a space for tarot spreads, creating your own. And this I most definitely did use. So it gives you a couple of spread ideas. Not centered at all. Gives you a couple of spread ideas. And then I started writing down my own spreads. Katie Flowers. I don't know where. I still do this one, the You, Me, Us. That one I still do. And like, I was trying to keep track of where, because Katie Flowers and Kellyanne Maddox were the first folks that I was really watching like religiously tarot content. And yeah, so this is so funny because I don't use many of these spreads anymore. This is one I made. And I did a video on this on Plot Mountain. So yeah, so these are spreads. All kinds of spreads. How cool is that? I definitely moved on and started keeping, oh, the Truth and Story, YouTube. I started keeping track of spreads like in a different way. So then this part of the journal cracks me up a lot because this is where you keep track of your decks. At this point, I've definitely changed. So like it gives you like your wish list, what's pre-ordered, what you own, recommended, and like I was like writing down some of the stuff I just definitely don't even have anymore. This cracks me up as if I was gonna ever be able to, but there's plenty of pages in here to keep track of your decks. But like I was ever gonna be able to keep them all in just this book. That's so funny to me. I use a list now, which probably should be updated to a spreadsheet. So there's that. And then what is this for? Deck, date, meanings. I guess this is if you want to do like a deep dive. I didn't use this at all, clearly. Let me see what else we've got in here. So then they have like more places for, oh, books. I never wrote down the books. I have lots of them. Online resources, websites. I never kept track of that stuff. Daily challenge. I definitely did those, but not this one. Tarot circle, tarot meetups. This is so cute. But this would be a great events. This would be a great journal, or for somebody who's starting out. Oh, I wrote down stuff about the court cards here and the suits. So super cute. This was definitely valuable for what it was at the time, and I'm really glad that I did that. I love to look back at my old stuff. So I guess somewhere around the time that I was working with those two journals, I got this. And this is a let me flip to a page because I have way too much personal stuff in here to really show you any of my entries. But so this is what the pages look like. And it is a it's a pre-filled out form for you to keep track of your spreads. And this might work really well for some folks that really just want to limit, like record their readings and limit, so like the date, the question, the type of spread, the cards, interpretation, reflections, and then you can draw your spread here. So like what ended up happening almost immediately for me was that I started just writing the date, and then I like literally crossed everything out and just started writing in this book. Like it just became like I ignored everything and just literally wrote on top of it. And I did draw my spreads and stuff, but it's so funny. I mean, I did use it quite a bit because like I went through over halfway through this thing. Writing down my my readings, and it got to a point because like I was doing readings every day, and I feel like this is something that would be good for somebody that doesn't pull tarot cards every single day or want to record what they pull every single day. And at that time when I was so new, and this is, let me see, this goes through to October of 2021. Yeah, this goes through to October of 2021. And at that point, I had found Dawn Michelle. I had found Dawn Michelle's channel, and I had found the Boho Tarot Facebook group. And I then decided that, and I think I even wrote down in that other journal, I had decided that I was going to have a dedicated tarot journal, and I was going to start this practice. And so like this was the next evolution. This all the stuff that I've shown you so far I purchased at Barnes and Noble. This I got at Target. This is a green room these green room journals that are nice and like notebooks. They're nice and small. And these are like, I have several of them because these are my, find them anymore. So I have since stopped using them. I bought a bunch of them that I could. So in any case, I found Dawn Michelle. I found Lisa Pepez. I found Boho Tarot and the supportive Facebook groups. Boho Tarot and supportive tarot Facebook groups. And Dawn Michelle had started in October, or she had started actually in the summer of 2021. But in October, she had done a, like what we do as the monthly medicine now, kind of a guided tarot practice back then. And once I had gone through all of October, I realized that I wanted to do something by the month myself. And, you know, totally inspired by, you know, what I had seen Dawn doing. And I wanted to dedicate a journal. And I started that in November 2021. And I have not stopped doing that since. So this is, and it's my, like, you know, creative outlet, because I'm not an artist, but this is where I started like coloring and drawing and doing like doodles and fun stuff. And so it's so funny to me because I had decided that I was going to like set it up with themes and questions, and have a theme, my own theme for the month. That's so funny. And then this was when I was doing the Lion's Heart Tarot challenges, and I think I did like a good number of months where I did Lion's Heart Tarot challenges. I wanted to be very intentional about what I was doing with my tarot, and I wanted to pick specific decks that I was going to use weekly and like plan it out ahead of time. I still do that, but I don't pre-plan as much anymore. Now I sort of kind of grab the decks that I want to use and then see what happens. Sometimes I pre-plan. And then I listed the decks that I using. God, I still like to use a lot of decks, you guys. I still do. And then this is my practice, my note, my journal. Let me get to the back because I want to show you just what I did. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there was, I doodled I have like online tutorials of how to draw a rose, and I doodled in there. I did a thing for a couple of months that kind of like evolved from I keep touching up here because that's where my other journals are. I did a thing of end of the month review and reflections because I had those tallies that I was keeping, and in my other journal I literally kept a hand marked tally. And then I think I got an app on my phone, like a tally app, and I kept track of the cards that I was pulling, tarot cards, and then I wanted to reflect on at the end of the month. It's been my practice to go back and count how often I saw these categories of cards. Major arcana that I saw the most often, the suit, the number that I saw, the court card, and the number one card that I saw the most. And then I did a little bit of a reflection, and I grabbed quotes about that particular card. The Fool. Yeah, I wrote all kinds of stuff. The Suit of Swords, the numbers that I picked, and I wrote my notes about them, the pages, and the Queen of Wands. So yeah, and I pretty much filled out that entire journal. And then so I just kept this practice up pretty much this is my December 2021. And so I had my themes and questions. How did I set it up this time? This time I did the decks that I'm working with. I guess I didn't, I really just used one oracle. The tarot challenges. So yeah, Marion Bright, that was the Dawn Michelle one. Goodbye 2021. A retrospective. So I guess that wasn't the, I didn't do Lion's Heart, but this, I was doing like those, a tarot challenge that was every single day tarot challenge. And then oh my goodness. Oh, and then I was keeping note of what I was using week on week here. And then it started. And then, yeah, so then it's full of all my, my doodles, my entries, and all that good stuff. And then I think I did it again. Yeah, I kept track and I did my end of the month review and reflections. This time, I think I just noted them. Yeah, I just noted them and I didn't do like a whole big like learning, thing with it. I just noted Major Arcana was Death, the suit was Wands, the numbers 7 and 10, Queen of Pentacles, and the card I saw the most overall was Death. That's really funny because I moved, we moved at the end of that year. The first time. So that was December. And then, okay, so here is January 2022. So in January 2022, God, I got a different journal and I don't even know where I got this, but it is so not I do not like it at all. And January and February, I think, are in here. Yeah, this is January and February. At the beginning of 2022 was when I decided, like, things shifted a bit for me, and I started my thoth study. So I got real serious about my learning of the thoth tarot, and so alongside my tarot journal, I got a calendar, just a regular old calendar. And I started noting all of my cards. And then in the days, I kept track of, mostly just the meanings and then maybe some impressions in there. But the whole year, I did. This is like so cool to have, right? It's the entire year of 2022. All of my thoth every single day. Every day. Every damn day. I'm proud of that. And I kept, I didn't make copious notes every single day either, but I definitely pulled a card. So that was something that I started in 2022, but this is really, more my journaling evolution. And so I guess I included February in here because this is a bigger journal. And so I did that. I wanted to continue to use it. So I guess I continue to do this idea of, themes and questions. I started adding moon readings. I can't remember if I had that in the other one. I think I was noting moon readings, but I wanted to do some more dedicated stuff. The tarot decks that I'm working with. And then this was my year ahead spread. And then I got this from, where did I get this? This is Benabel Wens. So I did this whole thing, and I don't think I did this whole journaling thing and answered these questions and stuff, but I don't think I ever referred back to this at all. This is like, your year. Who are you? And this is from the Mary Kay Greer's Who Are You in the Tarot. And this is about your tarot year card. Duh, that's the title at the top. And I didn't really pay, I knew it was my temperance year. Yeah, right? Wasn't it my temperance year? Or that was the reflection of the year before? Yeah. And then this 2022 was my temperance year, because now I know I'm in a devil year. And then, yeah, I started my, this is the Weavers. So that's, in 2022 is when I joined Don Michelle's Weaver membership. And I started, you know, I would print out her little guided practices and cut and paste them into here. And so, yeah, so this is my journal, more writing, things cut out, drawing. I note down for February, or did I just start? Oh, probably because I was moving. I wrote down moon readings and decks I'm working with, and then I think I just got into it. And then I didn't do any reflection. I stopped counting cards, tallying up cards. That ended. That practice ended. And then I went back to these guys, because these are my favorites. Got March 2022. More doodling. That's from the Weaver. So decks I'm using. Then I started making note of like, if decks that I was planning to use, and then checking them off if I use them. I've since changed that, and I just write them down when I actually do use them, instead of like planning them out ahead. Simple Sunday spreads, moon readings. And then, this was the March Tarot Challenge, and I literally wrote all the questions for every single day, and then checked them off as I did them. So funny. So funny to look back at the things that you do. And then, yeah, I've got the Weaver stuff in here, which I can't like show you everything. Oh my God. Just, you know, doodles and writings and, you know, the whole shebang. Full moon in Virgo. More doodles. And the ends. And I didn't finish this one. Preparing for the coming month. Pretty much though. I mean, like, these were a good sized journal for me. So that's March, April 2022. My cover page. My card of the month. Did I do that in here? I didn't. So I only started noting my card of the month over here. Or did I just forget it in that one? Anyway, moon readings, decks that I'm working with, and I started like writing what I was using them for, like daily, monthly medicine. This was the game deck I used for my family, modding, this one, getting to know these. So I started like making notes on, and I still do this. I like to do this, like to kind of, you know, remind myself, like, you know, what their purpose was. And then this is the Oracle. Oh, and then this is the Journey of the Fool, the April Tarot. I'm pretty sure that was a Lion's Heart. And so I wrote out all the questions, geez, and checked them off as I did them. I think I stuck to this one. Oh, I don't know if I did the last day there. Beyond the Journey. Okay, New Moon in Aries. So then this is just, you know, my writing after that. And I pretty much used this whole journal. So that was April 2022. Here's a May. Yeah. May 2022. Still these little green room guys. May 2022. Okay, so I guess I was definitely doing the card of the month for my year ahead spread. My full moon readings, Oracle. Wow, I used a lot of Oracle. I don't have any notes about these in here, so I guess I didn't do that. I did not do that. This one is really cool because this is when I started my channel. May of last year. So I'm coming up on my year on YouTube. So deck selection, tarot, and then the Beltane challenge is what I did. I don't know. That was one of the ones. And then this is the Weaver monthly medicine. Let me see what else. Just flip through. Yeah, these just my readings, my little doodles, tree. And this one I didn't use as much. There was definitely leftover journal to use. Okay, then I ran out of those green rooms and I got this is a B5 size, and this is my favorite size journal, and I love a soft cover, and I mean I love roses, but like this I'm pretty sure was one of the first journals I ever showed on my channel, because I started my channel in May. So this is June, yeah. So I started in June to note my card of the month again, moon readings, monthly tarot challenge, and practice. This one, the Spark of Magic, I think I totally gave up on that. The June monthly medicine, and then my tarot and oracle decks that I used. I did here again, check things off and note. And then basically I got this deck. So I didn't do very much, in terms of, see, I didn't use this much at all. I want to use this again, but I got this specifically to do more writing, because I was getting, like, I felt I had gotten caught up kind of like doing doodling and stuff, which I do enjoy. But I think in June I had wanted to like kind of just return to writing. And what ended up happening is that I didn't really use the journal all that much. I just, I guess summer is pretty busy for me though, with work and the kid home and stuff. So that was that type of journal, which this kind of led to where I am today. This was my next one, and I used this for July, August, and September. So it's a big chunky, it's the same green room, but this is a hardcover, and I learned about myself that I do not like hardcover journals. I don't like hardcover journals. You may have seen this before, because I'm pretty sure I showed this in like my monthly wrap-ups or whatever. So I have my same setup. And look, I did not do moon readings in July. That's like the beginning of the end of those things for me. I really just, yeah. And then, yeah, these are my like little notes on all the tarot decks and oracle decks that I was using. Like clearly from the start, I liked having a lot of decks around. That was certainly something I did. Oh, there's a poem I wrote just randomly in there. Let me get to the next month. July. Okay, here we go. August. So in August, I also noted my card of the month from the year ahead reading, the monthly practices, full moon and dark moon. I don't think I did those. I tried to do Summer of Love. Why was I still also thinking I could do daily tarot challenges? That's so funny. Simple Sunday spreads. And I did those. And then here's my journaling. Oh, the tarot decks. All kinds of crazy notes. That's from Reclaim Oracle sticker. Tarot decks and Oracle. I was just noting when I was using them. So let's skip to September. This is just writing. Card of the month, my practice. Okay, September of 2022. I know that there's not much at all in here and not a whole lot of writing, because that was when my partner was in the hospital. So yeah, so September was not 10 of Wands. Yeah, that was a really tough time last year. I don't know. I don't know what I wrote down. Oh, I guess I did try to keep up with some stuff. I did make some notes. But I know I just like, there's like hardly any writing. Yeah, that's like not, I didn't get through it because that was a lot. When he was in the hospital and ill. So this was July, August, September. Oh my God, the pile in front of me is starting to look like it could topple over. All right, this is one I'm pretty sure you've seen. So I don't know, I was experimenting with different journals and different pens until I landed on pens that I absolutely love, like this Uniball squishy guy. I don't know, I forget the name of it, but it's a Uniball. Jetstream? No, it's not the Jetstream. It's the Uniball Premier 207. Duh, it's right there. So October of 2022 and November. So October and November are in here. And I got this just because it was like a bargain journal at Barnes & Noble. So October, I have my same setup, sort of, but I started getting cuter. And this is, I think, where I've evolved to today, where I sort of make these like kind of chart areas, monthly medicine, simple Sunday spreads, and I started noting like my random things, pairings that worked. And that's so cool. Little pumpkins. That was fun. Oracle decks are over here. Ones that I didn't use. Okay. So then we get into like my journal itself and the weavers, the monthly medicine. So let's just flip through. Here's November. And I'm pretty sure I showed this on the channel as well. November practice, my card of the month for my year ahead. My practices, checking them off as I did them. Moon readings, I did the full moon, didn't do the new moon. The new moon one that I often didn't do. But I don't know. Moon readings I kind of don't do anymore. Oh, and this is when I started my animal gnosis. And then noted my tarot and oracle decks. Why did I underline those things? That must be because I use them for monthly medicine. That's why I underlined them. And then, yeah, the suits revisited. Oh my God, was I trying to do a tarot challenge? I was. Why was I still trying to do daily tarot challenges? What the heck? And my thought of the day. I pretty much got through this whole journal with 2 months, putting 2 months in here. That's not bad. All right. December is light. This was December 2022. And I know I showed this journal. I saw this at the pharmacy at the drugstore. And I'm sorry, I'm just touching it because it's like ASMR. Sorry. I just, thought it was pretty and pretty for December. But these hardcover, these little what is this, A5 size? That's like your typical A5 sizes this is just not my favorite. Even though like I love how it looks, but like in practical use for me, it just doesn't work. I like a big soft cover journal. And so I'll show you where I landed. But December 2022, you've seen this, I'm sure, if you've been around here. I always glue the inside flap. I was still attempting my moon readings, tarot and oracle. My journal of a lonely soul practice. It's my own tarot and oracle practices. Tarot and oracles that I worked with. December is always a busy month with the holidays and everything. So also, like I said, my partner had been ill and had been in the hospital, and December was just a lot. There was just a lot going on at that time. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I didn't really, let me get to the very last one. This was, I wasn't in the mood, I guess. I didn't write very much. I know I was working with tarot. I just didn't write it down. So that was December. And I think also because this just didn't work for me, this hardcover journal. So in the following year, now we're up to date, we're getting closer to today, to current times. I had, just like the one that I had used for June of 2022, I had another one of these B5 size. Yeah, this is B5, and the soft cover. I love this. I love this so much. And it's got that rose petally feel. Anyway, this is where I started, but I also, you might have seen this guy. I also bought the 2023 Lunar and Seasonal Diary, which I'll give you you guys, I used this for my I Ching study, and I started to use it for my, I need to cut this out and put it somewhere else. I started to use it for the deck and walk, but I'm ripping pages out of it and using this artwork and stuff in my other journal. And I'll show you that coming up here. So this is great, but like I need to have everything in one place. I can't, I had that dedicated thoth because it was just like the daily thing, but like I like to, with this practice that's more spread out, the deck and walk, I need to have it in one place. So this is really, oh, that's my I Ching stuff. This is really just going to end up being like what I use. I'm going to use these images and cut them out and stuff and put them in my other journal. Okay, so January and February of 2023, you've seen this if you've been here, and I have my cards of the month, my practice and study. I'm still doing my checking things off. I was still writing down freaking moon readings. Oh my God. Or tarot. Okay, so now I started like making note of other things other than tarot and oracle. My poetry, books that I'm reading, podcasts. So this is now like kind of evolved to like the things that I wanted to share with y'all. This is monthly medicine. All right, here we are at February. This is February 2023. I know I've shown you this. My practice, my cards of the month, and my practice and study. And I'm checking them off as I go. Tarot, oracle, poetry, works, books, and miscellaneous. So I like this setup, and I'm gonna keep doing that kind of thing. And then it just gets into my monthly medicine. My toad reading. Full moon in Leo. I guess I did do that. Yeah. So that's 2 months worth of 2 months worth of journaling in one. Okay, so March. I had one of these left over and I didn't realize that I had it. And I was so glad. I love this little guy, but honestly, I like the bigger journals better. So here we are at March 2023. So this was last month. And I showed you guys this. I got my Canon Ivy. So I've got this going on. My cards of the month, my practice and study, the deck and walk. Tarot decks have their own page here. And I'm writing all kinds of stuff. Oracle decks. And I made all this room for other things that I was doing, and I didn't do shit. And I didn't do much. My reading, watching and listening, my works, else and other. And then here is just, that's the monthly medicine. That's all. That's how much I have left for March. I guess I didn't do a lot of writing last month. Okay, we've arrived at the journal of the month now. I'm definitely going to be showing you this in lots of detail. Well, I'm going to talk more about my practice, so I'll show you fun journal stuff today. So I watched Racine at Al Moon 513 talk about this brand, which I've seen at Barnes & Noble before, Lecterm 1917. And I went to Barnes & Noble, and she uses, like, I think she likes the A5 hardcover. And I went to Barnes & Noble, and I found the B5 soft covers. And I bought this one first. And then I went, after I fell in love with it. And I'm not going back. I don't think, you guys, I don't think so. I think this is it for journals, for at least for a while, because I love this. I went back and bought a couple more. Yeah, they're pricey. I went back and bought a couple more. They're a little pricey, but after, you know, having dealt with all of that other stuff that didn't work for me, I mean, it worked for a time, but like those journals are just, it's, especially the hardcover ones, ugh, I didn't want to write in them. So I got this and I'm in love. And I've also become, I'm getting kind of interested in, like, you know, being creative inside my journal. We'll talk more about, you know, these things when I get to my monthly wrap up, but I'll show you some of the cute, like, doodles. I set up my tarot and oracle. What I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm working with, other things I haven't written down yet. My practices. You'll notice now that there are no moon readings on here. And then we get into my Weaver's Monthly Medicine, using the Gardens and Goblins. This I can definitely show you. So this is my month ahead. So this was cut out from the 2022 Lunar and Seasonal Diary. And this is my month ahead. I'm so excited about this. I really liked, it was just fun to do that. This is my Deccan walk, the Aries 2. I have to add in Aries 3 for this time period. So that's my spread, and this I'll talk more about, but this is my Oracle of Portals. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is cool. Fairy Blessings, Simple Sunday spread. Fun. I drew this. We visited the apothecary in the monthly medicine. I just gotta flip through. There's a poem that I started writing. This is Goblins and Gardens. Animal Gnosis was duck. My tree. So I've been, drawing. I'll probably talk about this again, but this is like the list of words for the week from Oracle and Tarot keywords that came up for me. That is it. That is my, beginning and ending tarot journaling kind of evolution that I've been on for 2 years. It's 2 years worth of journaling in a quick bite size, I don't know how long this is, video. And that's where I'm going next. This will be my May journal coming up here. Anyway, that was a lot of fun for me to revisit. I hope that you all enjoyed that, coming along with me on that journey. And I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful day.